I'm Erin Dugan from Fox 56 Sports, and welcome to the High School Hoops pregame show. Tonight we tip off the new season with a matchup of two of the area's best boys basketball teams. Hazleton area is celebrating the 25th anniversary of their program when Hazleton and West Hazleton merged in 1992. The Cougars will compete in the new Class 6A championship this season, while Prep moves up to 4A. The Cavaliers have won the last two AAA District 2 championships and have won 70 games since Andrew Kettle took over 4 seasons ago. Time now to get you out to this week's high school hoops. I'll see you at halftime.
It's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY, brought to you by Wendy's.
Back live in Scranton, getting set for tonight's big game between Hazleton and Scranton Prep. And Doug, the freshman game went overtime. The JV game ran a little late, so we're getting underway a little bit late. But boy, these are two of the best teams in our area, no doubt. Abington and Williamsport playing earlier today. There are two other teams, but this should be a heck of a game.
This is probably the best team in the Wyoming Valley, well, perennially the best team in the Wyoming Valley Conference, and Prep has done pretty well the last 4 years under Coach Kettle up here in the Lackawanna League, so interesting matchup. And as you said, yes, Williamsport and Abington played earlier today. Williamsport's coming in here later, so you got to beef up the schedule for these guys.
Well, there is the Scranton Prep head coach, Andrew Kettle, 4th season. His record is 70-10. That's right, 70-10. He's won the last 2 district titles, and this team, he's been looking forward to this for years.
Well, he's got a lot of help too there with Coach Bolin on the sideline there with him, and Coach Regan and Coach Jones. But yeah, he's done a nice job with this prep program. Excited about this this matchup.
Here is tonight's national anthem. There is Mike Joseph, the Hazleton head coach, his 12th season overall, 196 wins. Feels this team has a lot of athletes, but definitely a lot of size.
He 25 years. The program has been this year. He wants to get back to the team that was about 1980. He feels that they're very similar, where they all spread the ball.
Here are your starting lineups for Hazleton. 1-0 coming in: Genesevich, Samick, Planudis, Grula, and Casidas. On the other side for Scranton Prep, Simmons, Para, Dendy, Casey, and Bailey. So we are set to get underway. Our referees tonight: Randy Wolf, Bill Gross, Scott Shimko. Controlled by Hazleton. Casidas thought about it. Back out deep to Genesevich. Goes off to Mark Logan. Bailey pulls it down. Prep will, Doug, want to run as much as possible.
Yeah, they'll try to force the issue. Hazleton, they'll run too, so this game could be up in the 70s, Bob.
Pair blocked by Genesevich.
That's what he does. Hangs around the basket. Anybody comes down the lane.
Prep beat Myers the other night, 77-65. They trailed in the first quarter by more than 10. They had a rally in the second half, and that could be a preview of the district title game in 4A at the end of the season. Here comes Cassidus, the senior. Been a 4-year starter, and he gives it back to Samick, and that's a great way to start.
Yeah, as we said in the open, he can shoot it for a big man, and he has confidence doing it, Bob.
Second 3 of the season for Samick. Simmons, nice drive, left hand, put it up and in.
Nice job by Wes Simons. Good left hand, protected it.
No shot clock at high school, but not one needed here tonight. Put your track shoes on. Downtown off the mark by Dende. Ill-advised pass in the backcourt from Grula, and it will be Scranton Prep ball.
Patty Casey, good pressure, forced the turnover in the backcourt.
Boy, if we get a game like last year, this should be great entertainment. A year ago, overtime, Prep won at Hazleton by 4. Just about a year ago. Logan Bailey cross court. Dende shot in and out.
Prep using the high offense, Bob. Pull Biggs away from the basket.
Cassidus, no call, but gets the roll. His first 2. He had 15 the other night against Parkland.
That's what he does. He gets into the lane deep.
First foul of the night is going to go against Scranton Prep on Casey.
Jeff Pluta stood in there and took the charge. Good call.
Hazleton, 77 points themselves, 20-point win over the Trojans. Samick feeling it tonight from downtown one more time. His second 3. 6-point lead now for the visiting Cougars.
2 minutes into the game, he's got 3 threes up already, and he's made 2 of them.
Well, last year he averaged around 9 points per game as Casey hits from downtown. 23 threes last year for Samick.
Good job by Patty Casey coming off the Brett Paris screen.
One of the taller teams you'll see, this Cougar team. Cassidus, smallest, that's 6 feet tall. Here comes the speedy Logan Bailey, the senior, 6'4". Good offensive board by Para. Tried to squeeze that one in. Here's Cassidus, and he's going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, I think he lost the handle when he was just receiving the ball. He couldn't get his feet set. Both teams play predominantly man-to-man, Bob.
Tried to hit Casey on the flash, and they got him. We're tied.
Coming off a Simon's screen this time.
Janisevich. Good box out by Simons. Casey forces the issue and takes it in. First lead of the night for the Cavaliers.
Pretty assertive for Patty Casey to start the game.
6-0 run for Scranton Prep here early on. We're just 3.5 minutes in, coming up on the first media timeout. Good hustle by Simons, and they can't get the roll. Cassidus. Little jump stop from Janisevich, and he'll set it up. Para. Janisevich going to be called for the foul. So we'll have those 2 free throws after we take the break. It should do.
Good defense on both last two possessions, Logan.
And
Bailey.
that will do it, Doug. First time out. Prep leading by 2. Doug, 2 of the better guards in the area going head-to-head.
Mike Gasitis runs the team for Hazleton. He can score. He's quick off the dribble. He likes setting his teammates up. He dished out 8 assists versus Parkland the other day, along with his 15 points. And Logan Bailey, you saw the defensive effort there. He played well versus Hazleton. Last time these two teams meet, he's long, he's athletic, he's tough to guard, drives it well. 9 rebounds versus Myers.
So Para is at the line to shoot 2. He was 5 of 7 in the first game. He hits the first one for his first points of the night. So 2 for Para, who averages 11 points per game. Prep has a very balanced attack, as does the Cougars, Doug.
Well, Coach Joseph said if they all average between 8 and 14 points a game, he'd be thrilled.
Well, they're raining threes tonight. Grula from downtown. Definitely not afraid to shoot it. Simons from the top of the key. That was his first 2. He had 6 points the other night against Myers. Here come the Cavaliers. Bailey one-on-one. Almost a dunk by Para, and they're going to call him for a technical for handing on the rim.
Yeah, he hung on it a little bit too long. I think that was a good call. And then when you pull yourself up too, I hear you see it, there is a player underneath them. You're allowed to hang on for a second or 2. Now he's out of the way and he's still hanging on it, you see? Semick didn't really get out of the way, but he could have let go a little earlier, I think.
So the first foul on Para, and it's a technical. Semick will shoot a couple. He's perfect on the season right now, Doug, from the free throw line.
He's got good form, he's got good rotation, good balance. What a commodity when your big people can shoot jumpers and shoot from the outside. You bring the bigs away from the other team, away from the basket, and you can shoot over smaller guards.
So Palunas, the younger of Bobby Palunas, the leading scorer from Hazleton a year ago, who's moved on.
Bobby went to Bridgeton Academy prep school up in the New England area.
And just like that, the aforementioned Jeff Palunas hits his first bucket of the night. And Hazleton's back out in front. Second lead change in this quarter.
Good post up by Simons. Good entry.
4 for Simons.
Good pass inside by Nick Dendy that time.
That's Demir Fizan, who's into the game, number 35, but back at it is Bailey, his first 2. Can't catch your breath here. Up and down we go. Both teams pushing the pace, hitting their baskets tonight. And how about Semick leading the way for either team? He's got 10.
Bob, I think you can see why these two teams are the best teams in the area. 35 points scored already in just over 6 minutes.
Leo O'Boyle, the sophomore, checks in for prep. Both teams go, what, about 7 or 8 deep, Doug?
Yeah, I'd say 8, yeah. They feel comfortable using 8. Well, they play such up-tempo, too. You need to get some guys a rest once in a while.
Para can't get it to go. He'll go shoot a couple for the second time tonight.
Good strong move by Para.
Pair last year averaging just over 5 points per game.
Well, he does a lot of the little things, Bob. He'll set his teammates up, he'll screen, he'll rebound. Does a lot of things that don't show up in the score sheet.
Boy, how about that? Like that.
Like right there.
Yep.
Like right there.
Almost got Scranton Prep an extra possession.
Yeah, I think his foot was on the line when he saved it, but that's what we're talking about, the kind of things he brings.
So 2-point lead for the Cavaliers. Casitas gets the bigger O'Boyle. Semick no good. Fight underneath. Here come the Cavaliers. This is Bailey. As Casey, if he wants him, he gives it right to him, and got a block from Faison. Lanutis. Casey thought about it, finds Simons. No good, but he's going to go to the line.
Semick looking like, me? Was it really me?
Third team foul on Hazleton. Both teams have 3. First for Semick. And now Janisevich checks in to the game.
Semick will take a seat for the last 50 seconds, make sure he doesn't get another one before the quarter.
Jake Brown checks in for the Cavaliers, the 6'2 senior.
Semick needs a little rest too. He's been pretty active on the offensive end.
So up 3, under a minute to play here in a very active and entertaining first quarter here at Scranton Prep. Casitas, and we're tied.
Prep showed a little zone there, and they didn't get out to the shooter. Casitas made him pay.
Here's Casitas on the run. Bailey with the hops and the rejection. Cougars have one more chance. Plenty of time on the clock. Little push there by Simons, and that's a good call from the referee. Let's see if they'll give Janisevich a chance to shoot. Should be out of bounds underneath, and it will be.
Yeah, I think they got him on the rebound. Yeah, here comes the block by Logan. He sized him up all the way. Boy, does he get up, and a good ball, good block all the way.
Call him the doctor of the boards someday. Wants to go to medical school. Casitas, the block. Casitas puts it in, and Hazleton takes the 2-point lead after 1. So Andrew Kettles sees his team down by 2. 4 lead changes just in that first quarter alone, Doug.
Boy, I tell you what, up and down game, very exciting, just what we expected. 2 solid ball clubs.
Leading scorer Josh Semick hit 2 threes, has 10 points in that first quarter alone. Casitas put a couple in towards the end. He has 4.
Hazleton going a little zone here, Bob, trying to keep the ball out of the lane, but Logan Bailey says, I can go through the zone as well.
With the left hand, he has 4 points. We're tied again. If this gets beyond a 5-point lead for either team, I'd be shocked. Faison trying to hit the alley-oop. Good catch by him. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
There's a set play coming out for the first possession out of the break in the quarter, trying to get a lob to Faison. Pass was a little long.
Fouls on Jake Brown, and I know Coach Joseph loves this kid. He played last year as a freshman. He averaged just about 4.7 points per game, Doug, and has a real big upside to him.
He appeared in every game as a freshman last year, Bob. That's unheard of on the high school level. And at Hazleton, little full court 1-2-1-1 now by Hazleton.
Bailey can pass the ball. He should try foul for the baseball team. They could use a lefty. Simons, 2 chances, no good. Mark Seislinger might have to get on Bailey. Zahn. Nice move. 4-point lead for Hazleton. They're going to get Sidus a little push over there.
Yeah, again now Hazleton with the full court pressure. Prep wants to attack versus their pressure. Now he's calling it off, Coach Joseph. Go back into the zone.
How happy was Andrew Kettle with the half-court offense against Myers?
Well, they got pretty much whatever they wanted. You know, these two teams, Bob, you're looking at these guys playing, they look like they've been practicing for 6 months now, or maybe they have, I don't know.
Wow. They do play a lot in the offseason. They're playing a very challenging exhibition schedule, which used to be exhibition, but the games count now in the district standings. Foul underneath. Looks like Brown again.
Great job by Jeff Planutis coming in for the rebound, the extra possession.
They're going to get Bailey. Or nope, they're going to get Casey, excuse me. His second. That's 5 team fouls now on Prep, 4 on Hazleton. You have to get to 7 to shoot. Leo Boyle. And there's a, nope, travel by Grula.
Yeah, he fumbled it.
So Prep can tie it up or take a lead. As I said, if it's more than 5, I'd be shocked if anybody led by more than that are going to call a travel as Borms took a step.
Yeah, I liked it. You know, a lot of times they don't have their feet set and then they take a little bunny hop. I think he did. Trying to establish Genesevich down low.
Sidus, he got the baseline and got a foul.
He's tough to handle. He's quick off the dribble. Bormus with the foul. Watch Faison after.
Genesevich trying to post up O'Boyle. Steps out. Back inside to Grula. And Grula, nice move underneath.
They're so big, all of them, they can all post up.
No call as Dende put it up. Bormus comes in and commits a couple quick fouls.
Yeah. They might have been a good foul because they had a break, although they are in bonus now. Here it is again. He hit him pretty good, but they were going to get a layup on the other side. Make him make the foul shots.
So Hazleton now will be shooting 1-1 the rest of the half. Rula comes out. Kelmer checks in, 5'11" senior, number 20 for Hazleton. So here is Planutis. Mount St. Mary's looking at him. Doug, right down in
Down
the
in
Mid-Atlantic area.
In Emmitsburg, Maryland.
Maryland.
They're playing the Northeast Conference.
Missed the first on the 1-on-1. Bailey going to be called for the charge. The sophomore held his ground.
Boy, good job by Hazleton. Last 2 or 3 minutes, they're playing excellent defense. They're forcing the tempo. Logan's got to learn to pull up on that. Even if it wasn't a charge, you're putting the referees in a tough spot. You might want to pull up and shoot that one. Dangerous time here for Prep. They don't have many scorers on the floor.
Zahn now. Jasevich against O'Boyle. Senior against sophomore. The sophomore plays good defense up quickly. Para. Nice spinning in. Red Para, the senior. Cuts it to 2. Jasevich.
Kasitis, I don't know if he tried to give it to him, but it got there.
Kazan, big rebound on the defensive end. It's one thing I was impressed with Hazleton the other night, 48 rebounds in the game, Doug, and with that length, you should be able to grab the boards.
Yeah, and 13 on the offensive end.
O'Boyle with the rejection. Leo O'Boyle, just a sophomore, already has one offer, right, Doug, from a Division I school.
They like the way he plays. Yeah, they like the way he plays.
New Jersey Institute of Technology. Maddie Martin, Dunmore, star player. She signed her letter of intent to go there a couple weeks ago. So here are the Cougars up 4 now in the second quarter. Semick felt it early on, couldn't get that one to go. Cavaliers quickly. Dende blocked. Ormus no good. Let's try O'Boyle. Finally, Para.
You're giving it to Para. I'm gonna give it to Faison.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the wrong team.
Good job by Para. Keeping it alive. Just kept it alive. Tried to tap it up, and it went in.
His first field goal, and boy, nice roll there for Semick.
Hazleton back, man to man. Bob Hazleton's size inside is changing shots for Prep, giving him fits. This guy can shoot it.
Jake Brown, one of the most improved players on the Cavaliers team, doesn't get it to go. So Kasitis, he'll slow it down a little bit. Goes out of bounds, and we should have a timeout. 4-point lead for the visitors from Hazleton here on MyTV.
Bob, as we said from the start, Josh Semick has good touch for a big man. He's got 4 baskets, 2 threes, and this is his second 2. He got the friendly roll there on the road.
So Hazleton, after you were tied at the beginning of the second quarter at 22, has held the lead for most of this quarter. Biggest lead was 4. Now it's 4 again. And it will be Hazleton area ball. So the Cougars are in the bonus. Just 4 fouls on Hazleton, so a couple more to give if Prep wants to go to the line. There is Coach Mike Joseph, former Bucknell player, standout at the old Hazleton. Coach Leib, right, Doug?
Yes, sir. He was there for 25, 30 years.
Yeah. Well, Hazleton had some great teams back then as Faison lays it up, his first field goal of the evening.
Yeah, too strong inside offensively, Faison. This is a big high school team, Hazleton.
New 6A class, it's gonna be tough for them. And Dende, downtown, 4th 3 of the year. Well, let's say it goes over as Planutis.
Kind of forced it. I think that was a good call. The ball was tipped, and then he still maintained possession and threw it out himself. Good set that last trip by Coach Kettle and the Cavaliers, getting Dende a wide open look.
Knocked away by Planutis on the backside. You look at Hazleton, big school. They have 3 juniors that started, just 2 seniors. Faison's a sophomore, so the program is definitely on its way up.
Yeah, they never have a problem getting good basketball players down there, that's for sure.
No, they play in the summer league down there and the outside courts, and the one in Pottsville as well.
People remember Sal Biazzi and Bobby Planutis and a few others.
Just a 2 for Bailey, but it cuts the lead to 1 for the Cougars. Bailey's got 6. Stripped away.
Para on the defense again.
Simons, look, thinking about the dunk. No good, but Johnny on the spot is named Brent Para.
Well, he caused the turnover down this end. Foul it up. Hustled down the floor, got the tip in. Does a lot of good things, Para.
7-0 run by the Cavaliers after the timeout. Semick with a hand in his face. And it goes over to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, here's the steal and the breakaway, and here's Para on the other side, fouls it up. Simons knew he had him over there, so he just kind of threw it up. If it fell, and if not, Para was there to clean it up.
Looked like Simons was trying to go for a dunk and then realized Faison was there.
Yeah, he's not going to dunk over Faison.
No. So here's Logan Bailey, 15 points the other night. Downtown, Big West.
Bailey and Simons play well together.
His first 3 of the year. Big board by O'Boyle. Cavaliers feeling it. Dende can't recover.
Bob, notice this run by Prep is done with Patty Casey on the bench.
10-0 run, Doug, by the Cavaliers out of the timeout. That was with 2:51 remaining. So they closed the half strong. Cougars looking to get back into it before the break.
And Prep's running off their good defense and rebounding, Bob. Looks like they're playing for the last one with 12 to go.
Bailey almost a steal. Grula, no good. Numbers, here's O'Boyle. And he can't save it before time runs out in the first half. So the Cavaliers close out on a 10-0 run, and they lead the Cougars after the first half, 38-34. Doug and I will be back after the halftime show with some highlights.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by Wendy's.
We are back for the start of the third quarter at the St. Francis Xavier Center at Scranton Prep. Cavaliers lead the Cougars by 4. Bye-bye, Doug Walsh. Hope you're enjoying our first rendition of High School Hoops here on MyTV as Joey Grula puts in the basket for Hazleton. The lead cut to 2. But Doug, your analysis of the first half and a little bit what we can see in the second.
Well, I'll tell you what, excellent basketball in the first half by both clubs. Good defense, good team effort. And I'm thinking the second half, both teams are going to want to try to get the ball inside a little bit more. And on the first 2 possessions, they both did. Especially Hazleton, Bob. I think they have to go inside a little bit more.
6 lead changes in that first half. The biggest lead by Hazleton was 4. That's what Prep matched at the half.
Hazleton man-to-man versus the underneath. It's always dangerous. It's always dangerous man-to-man.
Para has 9.
Little half-court trap by the Cavaliers.
And they'll give it back out to the point guard, Michael Kasitis, the senior. Drop it inside. Grula, no foul call. Bailey wanted a charge, but Grula lays it in.
I like the no call there. I think it was a flop a little bit.
At the high school ranks, Doug, really?
He was underneath the basket anyway.
Well, these two teams are well coached.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Simons, 2 or 3 moves.
Boy, I like Wes Simons' game, man.
12 for him.
Yeah, he had 10 in the first half. He shot a 3, makes threes. Good player.
Both teams had 4 threes in that first half. Gonna be out of bounds. Hazleton controlled the boards most of the way. I think Prep caught up towards the end of the half.
That little run in the second quarter there, that 10-0 run, took him from down 6 to up 4, and all done with Casey on the bench. So if you're Prep, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Casey's first shot of the second half, and he's got a clean lane to the basket. Lays it up and in.
That's what he does. He gets to the basket. He's quick off the dribble. He finishes.
12 for Casey, biggest lead of the night for either team. Forcing the issue is Planutis. Simons doesn't like it, and either does Andrew Kettle.
They thought he might have shuffled his feet a little bit before. They may have an argument there, but he certainly did get fouled.
So here is Planutis, the leading scorer from the other night, averaged 7 points a year ago. That's the second miss of the evening from the free throw line.
I think Coach Joseph at halftime told Planutis, let's be a little bit more aggressive offensively. He's touched the ball twice, and he's tried to power it to the basket both times.
It's his first. He has 3 total points for the evening. 5-point lead for Scranton Prep on their home floor. Only the second game of the season for both teams, and both of them have been pretty good as Bailey hits from downtown. He has 9, his first 3 of the season.
Smooth he is, Bailey.
Grula, the hoop and the harm. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Simon's better off letting him have it. Just give him the deuce.
Grula's come out aggressive, couple big buckets.
The trap out high, nobody rotated back, and it was a wide open layup.
Grula's first free throw of the night is good, his first of the season actually. Lead down to 5 again.
Screen and roll with Bailey and O'Boyle.
O'Boyle, he can shoot out there.
Prep shooting a pretty good percentage the last 6 or 7 minutes, Bob. Again with the 1-2-1-1 3-quarter court.
Big steal. They have numbers. Really, it's a 5-on-2. But Casaitis slows that down and gets called for the foul.
Yeah, Coach Joseph, I want to talk this over. I do believe this half-court little trap is giving him fits.
Full timeout. We'll stay right here.
Logan Bailey flicked it from behind there. Good defense. I like the call. The 1-2-1-1 little half-court trap. As soon as it comes over, they pressure the guards, make Casaitis give it up, have the other people handle the ball.
Both teams playing a very challenging schedule early on, Doug. We saw the other night that Hazleton beat Parkland out of District 11. They have Prep, then they go play Central Dauphin, Whitehall, Coughlin, Williamsport, some big names right there.
Well, you know, with these new classifications, Bob, and the leagues the way they're set up, both of these teams, I don't want to disrespect the area, but they don't get as much competition as they need to get into the state tournament, you know? So, I mean, you look at Hazleton. They scrimmaged at York, at Glen Mills, at Council Rock, and they're going to play Whitehall. They're going to go down to Delaware and play Mount Pleasant. They're playing Williamsport. The same with Prep. They're going Archbishop Wood. They're playing Valley West. They're playing Williamsport. I mean, you got to play. If you're going to be the best, you got to play the best and beat the best.
Absolutely. Prep will meet Archbishop Wood on Saturday.
And it's designed also to get them ready for your Christmas tournament and the league, of course.
So a 7-point lead after the timeout. Shot by Planutis was off the mark, but they crashed the boards. Excuse me, it wasn't Planutis. I apologize.
Logan Bailey with the good board.
Yep. That
was
will be
Planutis.
Planutis.
He squared up nice, faced the basket. Now Hazleton with a little three-quarter pressure of their own.
Oh, Boyle off the bench with some big buckets.
Boy, there are a lot of good players in this game, Bob. 6 or 7 good players on each team.
Leo O'Boyle out of OLP up in the Abington area. Seems like he's been that tall for a long time.
Yeah, on the drive a little bit, Leo O'Boyle got him on the arm.
So we'll take a timeout right here. 6-point lead for the Cavaliers here in Scranton. So the Cougars trail by 6. It's their 25th season of Cougar basketball. They've recorded 484 victories in the first 24 plus seasons. The Cougars are 62-15 the past 3 plus seasons. And they're down now, but on the line, shooting a couple will be Planutis, 6'4" junior.
Doing a good job driving the ball to the basket, Jeff Planutis, in this third quarter.
Struggle from the line, though, just 1 of 4
Yeah.
on the evening.
Yeah, second time he's gotten to the line, and he's not capitalizing.
Just a 54% shooter in that first game. He was 7 of 13 against Parkland. Hits the second.
After a make, it allows them to get the full court pressure.
Prep does a nice job. Casey dribbling through, pushing it. Can't get the roll. Casidas. He'll push it, and he gets blocked by Logan Bailey. His second of the evening.
Logan Bailey, long, athletic, quick off his feet. Excellent player.
Semick. Short. Good rebound inside by Grula, but he passes it off to Planutis, and he's going to be called for a travel. Let's look at it again.
Well, he got all wrapped up in trying to get Parra off him, and he took an extra step.
There's that big defense and wide wingspan from Planutis, and he goes for the dunk, and he gets the rule.
Good defense by Planutis. His hand in the passing lane.
So the pressure's helped a little bit. They cut the lead to 3. Big board. Semick.
Josh Semick made O'Boyle go away from the basket instead of going toward it. Casey on a reach.
So that will be Casey's third if it's on him. Simons has 3 30-second timeout called by Andrew Kettle. So you mentioned it a little bit, Doug. Archbishop Wood coming up, Valley West. Williamsport, who's ranked 9th in the state in 6A, according to cityofphilly.com. And then that big line of tournament.
Yeah, Williamsport was at Abington today, and then, you get to the line of tournament, and you think, oh, maybe you got a breather. Well, Dunmore's one of the better teams around. Scranton's a pretty good team. Holy Cross is going to be, they're struggling right now, first game or two, but Coach Calais has his team always get better. That's a brutal tournament. And then you start the league at Scranton.
And then you get Abington on the 10th. But a tough early season schedule for Scranton Prep. Already a win over Myers last week. And last year they lost in states. They were the district champ to the 3A state champion Newman, 113-71. Learned a lot in that game, did the Cavaliers.
Well, I think that's another reason why they beefed up the schedule, Bob. Play against better competition, so you're ready for a game like that. That Myers Prep game could be, it was the first game of the year, and it also might be the last game of the year for the district title. Those are two good teams. Myers is a good team.
Oh, hold on inside. That is on Bormus. He checked in. That's his third foul of the game. Prep now with 5 team fouls.
Yeah, a little too much action on him. He bumped him a little bit and then got his arm too.
Just 1 team foul on Hazleton.
Wow, Paludis is really going strong to the basket in this third quarter.
11 points for the junior. He's got 7 this quarter, another big steal. They can take the lead, can the Cougars? They throw it out of bounds.
Joey Grula with the defense caused the steal, caused the turnover, but then Paludis threw it away. Both teams changed their strategy a little bit at half, Bob. They're half-court trapping, three-quarter court trapping. I think both want to pick up the tempo.
Little 5-0 run has gotten Hazleton into the game. Picked it up on the defensive side. Casey pass behind Simons. A little out of control in that.
Yeah, a little too much mustard on that for Simons to handle. It was behind him as well.
So here comes Hazleton with a chance to get their first lead since the second quarter. Casidas downtown. Back of the rim, huge by Semick. Threw it up and called the bank.
I'm not sure he called that bank, Bobby.
I was a little surprised he went down and came right back up with it.
Yeah.
7-0 run by the Cougars. We're going to say it's Scranton Prep ball underneath.
Yeah, Fazan touched it while he was standing on the line. It's Prep's ball underneath.
Now Prep's gone cold from the field. They haven't scored since the 3:56 mark. That's just over 2 minutes ago.
You know,
we're going to foul even before the ball's in. Going to go against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they're going to get a Moyle with an illegal screen on the inbounds pass. You know, Bob, basketball's a game of runs, and this is going to be the team that has the longest and the last one.
Oh, travel on Lanudis. Couldn't get his pivot foot down.
Good job by Jake Brown and Leo Boyle in the trap. Caused the turnover.
Long arms by Semick. Here comes Logan Bailey in. So for the Cougars, you have 6'4", 6'4", 6'7", 6 foot. And you have Casey from downtown.
Where Brown and Casey had that set up before the referee even handed them the ball.
15 for Casey after 24 the other night. Here comes Scranton Prep now. Looking over for downtown, Jake Brown.
Last 2 possessions, they
timeout on the floor, called by Hazleton. Yeah. 1:07 remaining in this third quarter, and the Cavaliers have come out with a run of their own.
Last 2 possessions. Brown and Casey on the same page, playing a good 2-man game. Before the ball was inbounded on the inbounds pass, Brown gave Casey the eye, gave it to him, knocked down the 3. On the way back, Brown gave Casey the eye again. Casey found him in the corner. Brown knocks down the 3.
So after a full timeout, Mike Joseph going to talk to his team. Gives us a chance now to give you an introduction to the new District 2 classifications around the state. And boy, that is going to be a tough 6A division to get out of.
You know, it didn't change much for them. They had Scranton already. They had Williamsport. They had Delaware. They lost Wallen Paupack, but you know, I think if you're Hazleton, you might be a little happier now. You know, you lost. Well, they used to play Abington, but Abington went to AAA last year. They didn't have them last year, but they lost them from 2 years ago.
Essentially, that's last year's 4A.
Yeah,
basically,
right,
except for Wall and Paul Pack.
Right, and they have Hazleton has the most in the district. They have the most male students, so they do have the advantage.
Oh, but they have to compete against some of the bigger teams out of Philadelphia and everything just for state coverage.
Yeah, once I think 4A bracket, the one Prep is in, is probably the toughest across the state, and I'd say 6A is certainly right on its heels.
Try to give you more of those as the timeouts come. Cougar after the timeout, trailing now by 7, 6-1 run by Prep, and Leo Boyle is giving them some good numbers for Prep as downtown Semic, no good. Under a minute. Bailey, that soft left-handed hook goes in.
You know, we said at the outset, Bob, you can run off your defense and you can run off your defensive rebounding. Scranton Prep's doing a good job running off both.
11 for Bailey. Now the Cougars, who held a nice lead in that second quarter, trail now by 7.
Looks like they're playing for the last shot with 12 to go.
Sidus, stop, pop. No good, but we're going to have a foul against the Cougars.
Yeah, I think you're going to get Sanic over the back. Good box out by Simons. I'm sorry, no, it was Simons, yes.
Janusevich checks in. Simons checks out. Pair in for Prep. Mike Joseph looking a little distraught. 11th season at the helm.
There's only 5 seconds on the clock, and they're letting the ball come in all the way to half court.
Casey, he can hit it from out there. Leo Boyle way off the mark. That will gonna be called for a foul on the Cougars. Now I don't know if the ball sailed because he was hit but that was way off the mark. And talk about an ill-advised foul.
Joey Grula looks like he might have got him on the arm. Still with 0.6 to go, I think you're better off getting away from him, letting him shoot that one. Like Joseph called Billy Gross over, had some words with Billy. I may have been talking about another official at the time.
So here's Leo Boyle, his first free throw of the season. I think you'll see his numbers come up just a little bit. Let's see if they actually got the foul. Doug, let's look at it. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit on the arm.
Well, that's a tough one to let go right in front of Prep's bench. So if he got him, they must have heard it.
Boyle can't believe it.
I guess when it's all said and done, they call the foul, but he only got 1 of 3, so I guess everybody's happy now.
And last second shot, no good. So a late run by the Cavaliers has them up 8 over the Cougars.
We're back, and you see some highlights from a 7-1 run by Prep. Brown to Casey. Casey returns the favor back to Brown. And then Logan Bailey, strong to the basket, nice and soft, high off the glass. Part of a 7-1 run by the Cavaliers, has them up 8.
So Coach Andrew Kettle getting his team prepared for the upcoming Lackawanna League. Hazleton down in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Should be a good year for both teams and both divisions. Good warm-up for both teams here tonight. Cougars now going to step up that defensive pressure.
Wow.
Well, Dende says, I'm not going to take that. His 5th 3 of the year. And he gets it back on the defensive side.
Planutis thought he had a steal. They played real good defense, Hazleton, and then Dendy said, well, I'll just step out a little farther and knock this down.
Largest lead of the night for either team. A little surprising. Janisevich with the finger roll.
Yeah, they might have to get him involved, Bob. He's been pretty quiet most of the night.
Only 4 points for Janisevich. Being recruited by some Division III teams. And Bailey looks like he'll go to the line. On the inside.
Yeah, a couple of rebounds. Relentless on the offensive glass, Prep is.
First free throw of the night for Bailey, who was 3 of 6 against Myers. 11 points right now for Bailey.
A lot of guys will remember his father, Todd Bailey, one of the all-time best basketball players in this area. For my money, he's top 2 or 3.
Yeah. Well, they would love to have him at the University of Scranton. Semik, maybe he's starting to heat up like he did in the first quarter. And the Cougars will need that. They give it right back, literally. Here's Kasang. Planutis boxed out, and they're going to have a foul underneath.
Planutis again everywhere, following up the play with the rebound. Draws the foul, and he's going to go to shoot 1-on-1. 6:40 to go, and Hazleton's in the bonus on the road. Not too bad.
Simon's in. Leo Boyle 6. Planutis to the line. Shooting a 1-on-1. That one, nice stroke on that. Hazleton now whittling the lead down bit by bit.
You know, one way too, Bob, to cut into a lead is to get offensive rebounds and get to the foul line. Look at Planutis with a steal. Oh, and he missed it.
But he's going to go to the line. Those long arms, and Mike Joseph likes that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bob. He does have long arms, and he's quick with them, too.
Harris second, 8th now team foul. A couple more fouls, they'll be in the bonus. Planutis, maybe he can cut more into the lead.
Planutis making a living at the foul line the second half. May see some three-quarter court by Hazleton if he makes.
Well, he's made his last 5. He's got 15 now. The lead just 3. Another turnover by the Cavaliers. Kasaitis up. Planutis. No good. That would have been huge. As right back comes Dende. Timeout called by the Cavaliers. 6:15 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, up and down action. You see Dende finishing over Janisevich. But good end-to-end action the last 45 seconds or so. Good defense, good steals, good push, good runs, good rebounds.
So Abington Heights comes in as a 5A team. They are currently ranked in the state number 3. City of Philly, 2 by Penn Live. But they're going to have some good competition in there. Pittston area is pretty good. West, very good.
And Mark Atherton always does a good job at Crestwood. Coach Belinsky, Mark Belinsky's back at it at Dallas. North Pocono's on the rise. Al Geisinger doing a nice job at Pittston. Mike Strong takes over at Paupack. I don't think those guys are happy to see Abington come in their division, though.
No,
with the 7-footer.
Yeah, Abington's a very good team. We'll have them right here against Prep January 31st for Coaches versus Cancer. And that should be a heck of a game and a packed gymnasium, no doubt. So here come Hazleton area down, trailing by 5.
Should see the ball go inside this possession.
Janisevich trying to post up Simons.
As soon as I say that, he shoots a long-range three.
That pressure starting to heat up. Casey in, no good. You know, Casey going in there against a 6'7" player.
Well, he changed that shot. There's no doubt about it. Janisevich changes shots. He's so long. He's so tall. They feel him.
So here's Casaitis. Luna's jump, no good. Big board by Grula. Pushes his way underneath and draws the foul. Let's see who this is on. It'll be on Simons, his fourth.
Yeah, it's Simons. He doesn't like it. He's shaking his head. I don't think any player ever thinks they commit a foul, do they?
No. Doesn't matter what level. Grula with 2. So he's 2 for 2 on the night. Leo Boyle checks back in. 6'7" sophomore for Scranton Prep.
Bob with 5:37 to go. Hazleton now is going to be shooting double bonus for the rest of the way. Takes a little pressure off the first one.
Boy, they have really caused a bunch of turnovers here in the second half, especially in this fourth quarter. Get back into it. Grula, that would have been huge. Oh, Semic on the floor, gonna shoot.
You get Leo Boyle with the foul. You know, as we said in the opening, Bob, Hazleton got 13 offensive rebounds the other day versus Parkland, and they're starting to get an awful lot more offensive rebounds in this second half, and as a result, you get to the foul line.
Bonus the rest of the night.
He's
Semic,
smooth, isn't he? Semic's smooth.
How about this? 5 for 5 on the year from the free throw line.
As soon as he gets it, he throws it up. He throws it up with confidence.
Last year shot 89%. Right now he's right at 100. 2-point lead now for the Cavaliers. It was 11 at one point.
Full court pressure by Hazleton. Let's see if Prep likes to attack. Got to hit ahead, and they do.
Patty Casey will slow it down. They want to run their half-court offense. Dende downtown, no good, back of the rim. Kasaic, huge board. Here we go. Cougars the other way. And we are tied at 66.
Boy, they ran a good set. Prep, got Dende a good look, but Hazleton runs off the rebound. Boy, good hands in the passing lane. Hazleton gets their hands in the passing lanes very well.
I have a 12-2 run going for the Cougars. Looking for another lead. The sophomore spinning in, and the Cougars are up 2.
Great move by Faison. Yeah, they were in a
Timeout called.
They were in a pickle. Coach Kettle, the referee, was right in front of Coach Kettle, so he called a timeout. It's a pretty good timeout because they were having trouble with the press. Get a new 10-second count coming out of the timeout. Good timeout by Prep. Going to draw something up to work up against the full court pressure. The ball has to be thrown to the down pass like it has been the last couple times, but the long arms of Hazleton are preventing that.
You mentioned the most competitive, besides 6A, might be this 4A group. Berwick was in the championship last year with Prep. Myers, we know they're ranked. Prep in there. Wyoming area is supposed to be pretty good. JR.
Yeah.
Honesdale.
That's Nanticoke's on the rise too. That's a Wyoming area is pretty. That's a. And then when you get out of this area, it's just as tough in the States. 4A, they didn't do anybody any favors going into 4A, that's for sure, in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, as we said, Prep number 2 right now. Imhotep Charters number 1 out of Philadelphia.
And just so people understand the way it goes, Bob, it's based on your enrollment of males. You know, some schools are different classifications for male and female. If you have a certain number of males, you go into each classification. Bailey strong.
Bailey aggressive with the left hand and in, tied again.
He's almost unstoppable. Plays with a lot of confidence too, Bob.
13 for Logan Bailey.
Coach Mike Joseph wants to talk things over. Might just be to get a rest. Coming out of the last timeout, now you get another one.
Okay, we're tied up. Don't want to leave your seats. It's going to be an exciting finish here from Scranton Prep. Mike Joseph's team has battled back, down 10. They're tied at 68 and can take the lead.
Drew something up in this timeout. I got to believe it's going into Janisevich.
How about Grula?
Okay, whoever's down there.
Grula against Brown, and just like that, the Cougars have a lead. 3:40 left in the game.
Using their size to their advantage. Prep needs to have a good offensive set here.
It was, Doug, in the third quarter, it was 64 to 54. Forever travel against the Cavaliers. So that tells you what kind of run it has been.
And they're doing it with excellent defense, getting hands in the passing lanes. Pounding the ball inside, getting to the foul line.
Kasidas over to Planutis now. Kasidas thought about it. Planutis has the lane against Bailey. No good. Leo Boyle the rebound. 2-on-1. Casey, no foul called.
The prep bench looked like they wanted a foul. Kasidas got a little grin on his face like he might have got away with one. Here you see it again. Let's see if he gets him.
You would have called that.
I would not have called that.
You would have called that. Janisevich back into the game for the Cougars. Trying to get inside the Semic. One-on-one with Pear. A little baby hook, no good.
Good job by Pear. Pushed him a little bit too far away from the basket.
Comes Patty Casey, who sat a lot of that first half with 2 fouls. They're going to need him here in the second.
Simon's pulling Janisevich away from the basket, Bob.
Oh, nice move by Para.
Yeah.
Went right by him.
Janisevich wasn't inside there to intimidate.
9 for Para. Janisevich off the mark. Big offensive board from Patty Casey, and he's fouled.
Yeah, they got 2 more to give.
15 fouls, Doug mentioned, now on Hazleton area. Hazleton is in the double bonus. 10 fouls on Prep. Under 2 to play. Last year went to overtime. Prep won by 4. Shaping up towards a fantastic finish again. Leo O'Boyle off the bench, giving him some good numbers. 7 for O'Boyle.
Great job by Bailey getting into the lane. He knew he was over there the whole time, O'Boyle. Good pass, gets the assist. Trying to get Samick inside now.
Oh, nice turnaround, Jay. I'll tell you what, you have to have some good hands for that little baby one.
He's He's got soft hands for a big man. He shoots it well. Yeah, nice player.
1 minute to play in the game. No shot clock to worry about. Tied at 72. Oh, Faison almost came away with the steal, but that's an all right foul. It's just a 6.
Yeah, it was a good gamble. If he gets it, it's a game winner almost, but they still had 1 to give, so he's okay.
Janusevich into the game for the sophomore.
Yeah, it looks like Faison's got a little problem with his hand or wrist as well. Plus, you want to get your seniors in here, your upperclassmen.
Full timeout call by Scranton Prep. Will stay right here, tied at 72. 50 seconds left in the game. Time now to continue with our District 2 classifications. 3A right there. I don't know if there's a clear-cut favorite. I'd say Dunmore maybe at this point. Mid-Valley, I would put them Mid-Valley and Dunmore right now.
Yeah, I saw Mid-Valley play the other night, and they're in mid-season form. Coach Mike Abda does a great job with them.
We'll have them against Old Forge.
Watch Wyoming Seminary, Bob. We talked about it. They got 3 young kids on that. CJ Kersey down there doing a nice job. And you go to 2A.
Yeah, 2A is more of the northern tier team, but you add in Old Forge moving up from A, and maybe some of the favored Holy Cross last couple of years. Elk Lake lost a lot from last year.
Well, from Holy Cross's standpoint, you got rid of Dunmore and you got rid of Mid-Valley, so he brought in some other guys. I think that one looks good for Holy Cross. Now, if you're coming out of this timeout, if you're Prep, you're going to run a nice set. See if you can get somebody a good wide open look. If you get the look, you take it. If not, maybe bring it out, run some time.
Just about a year ago, Prep, as I said, won in overtime down in Hazleton.
Man-to-man by Hazleton.
Who's going to get the big shot and get their team a victory here tonight? Great early season matchup as we start our high school hoops season here on MyTV.
It's a long time to hold for one.
Man-to-man from Hazleton. The motion offense from Prep.
Might see another timeout here by Coach Kettle with about 15 or 14 to go.
There it is. There it is. Good call, Doug. Something you would do, right, as in your coaching career?
Well, with the 3 officials, it's nice to have the referee right in front of you. You
Yeah.
can call timeout.
Well, they went back to that last year, right? The 3 officials. Good move. I think that's a great move.
Yeah, it was the hardest thing in the world to get past, but they finally got it past. I think if you ask the players, the coaches, and the referees, they would all be happy with it. I think it makes the game a little bit better.
So here's what is on tap. Next 3 games here on MyTV. A couple Bucknell games in there. They're playing very good. Princeton next week, and then we'll get back to the high school ranks. Boy, a great one in Marywood. Rivalry, West and Scranton. Bigger floor. We don't have to go to West. In that small gym, they moved several games over to there.
Yeah.
And then back for our last Bucknell game, Loyola Maryland, who you saw the other day.
Yeah, we saw Loyola Maryland the other day. They got Ian Langendorfer from Hazleton is on that squad, and James Fives, who used to play right here in this building, played an excellent game. They came back from down 16 with about 7 minutes to go to knock off Tommy Dempsey's Binghamton team. What a great ball game. That went to overtime as well.
Yeah, that was a real good game. I was there. Boy, about 300 to 500 fans from the area. 5 players from our area in Division I basketball on the showcase, and of course Tommy Dempsey from Dunmore, the coach of Binghamton. So
yeah, Shaw, Rinaldi, and Rose are on Binghamton.
Timmy Rose, who played on this court a couple years ago in one of our last telecasts. So here we go, final 10.
Now,
does Prep win, or do they go to the line? They're going to go to the line. 101.
Well, there's a couple schools of thought. I don't know if he was trying to foul him, but some people would say, okay, let's foul, and then we have control of our own destiny. We'll have the last possession. I don't know if that's what Hazleton was trying to do there. They were just trying to jump the high screen.
Well, I don't know if you want to put him on the line of all people, right? I mean,
well, you know, this would be poetic justice if he could make these, because he didn't have his greatest night, but if he can knock these two down and it proves to be the game winners, he'll go to bed happy.
Coach Joseph going to ice him a little bit, call timeout. Casey is 3 for 3 on the season. His team is up one. A lot of time, though. Even if he gets it in, either coach could call timeout or race back down. There's plenty of time to get a bucket.
I would imagine now you'd see on a make somebody long on the basketball, maybe Logan Bailey, but you want to make Hazleton inbound the ball deep in the backcourt if you could. So you're probably going to have two guys out at half court on this foul shot, forcing Hazleton inbound it deep. And then, as you said, yes, they'll either, if they like what they have, he won't call timeout, Coach Joseph, but if he doesn't like what he sees, he may get a timeout with 3 or 4 seconds to go and then maybe run a side out of bounds set.
So for Hazleton, it's Central Dauphin East next. For Prep, Archbishop Wood, but still 6 seconds left in this game. Casey to the line, perfect on the season from the charity stripe.
SC Prep takes everybody off the line. They're going to play around 3/4 court defense.
Oh, and he misses. Cougars call a quick timeout, an opportunity for the win. It will be a 30, so we will stay right here.
Yeah, it looks like all they have is full, so they're going to, all right, so the ball is going to be inbounded on the baseline, and he cannot run.
Coach Joseph wanted the ball on the near side of the camera. They're going to get it underneath.
Yeah, it should be right where he had the ball.
Yep.
A little bit off to the side, so now you're going to have a pretty good inbounds pass, maybe 15-20 feet up the floor. You have time for you have time to take it all the way to the basket, but I'm sure they will run something that gets 2 or 3 dribbles, and then you might want to find maybe Josh Samick for a jumper. He's had the hot hand. I don't know if there's enough time for a shot and a tip-in.
Well, if somehow Prep fouls, Hazleton gets 2 from the line. Not 1-1, but 2.
Yeah.
So they'll put O'Boyle at 6'8" on with Janisevich.
Yeah, now if you're a Boyle, do not lean over and touch this ball or it's a technical foul.
They get it in. Over to Cassidis. A lot of time. Semick for the win. Almost in, and Prep holds on. 73-72.
Great defense by the Cavaliers. As soon as it came in, they made him struggle. On the pass, they made him struggle, and then Samick was pressured into a fumble at the end. Great ball game.
Here we go. Look at it again, Doug.
Yeah, here he is. He kind of fumbles it right here, and then he thinks he has to rush it. He probably could have got set, but you want to get it up and want to beat the buzzer.
Great battle. Semick had 3 threes tonight, but his last one could not go. So Prep moves to 2-0 on the year. Hazleton drops to 1-1. And when Doug and I come back, we'll talk to that guy right there, and we'll talk to our 2 players of the game. The final score: Scranton Prep 73, Hazleton area 72.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by Wendy's.
We are back. A very exciting game here at the St. Francis Xavier Center at Scranton Prep. The Cavaliers pull it out by 1, 73-72. And joining us now is Prep's head coach, Andrew Kettle. You had a 10-point lead. Hazleton, great job getting back into it, but you won it at the free throw line.
Yeah, we did. I think that just comes down to senior experience, senior leaders on the floor. We responded what a great basketball game. But we knocked down the free throws when we needed to, and just a great win.
You're 2-0 early on. You beat Myers, you beat Hazleton, but that's what you want to do. You want to play tough games here early in the season.
Absolutely, and we got better tonight, and so did Hazleton, and same thing with Friday night. Two great teams, you know, and we have our hands full with the rest of our schedule, but this shows a lot of character for us, and you know, hopefully it makes us better for the league.
Talk to me about your guys who have played together so long and seem like they came right in mid-season form.
Yeah, a lot of work. These guys work hard. You know, we didn't have the best practice yesterday, but as a coach, sometimes, you know, that's tough on me. But I'll tell you what, we responded, and when the lights come on, these guys come to play.
I got a couple of your players right here, so we'll talk to Wes first. And well, you had some fouls, you had to sit out a little bit. What's it say about this team, though, the way you gutted it out?
I mean, it's just a team effort all the way. I was thinking like, oh, here we go again, but we always pull through, and we got the win tonight.
You had a tough task. You guys that are 6'7", 6'8", 6'4", but you battled, and Leo Boyle played well off the bench when you had to sit.
Yeah, Leo did a great job. Those guys that I played them all through AAU and all that, so I know them well, and they did well, but we got the win.
You guys want to play this tough early season schedule. What can you get out of this game?
Oh, experience, definitely. We're a little bit of a young team. We have some experience, but more experience is definitely the best.
Okay, well, good luck. You have Archbishop Wood on Saturday, right?
Yep. Yeah, we do.
That should be a tough game.
Yeah, it should be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Okay, we got, I believe, Logan Bailey coming in. Logan, your team gutted it out again. What do you think was the difference today on the floor?
The difference is we really pushed the ball off the floor. They had a good press, and we were just able to beat it. We got a lot of plays off the floor, and Patty Case made the great free throw on the end.
Your experience pays off because you don't panic. You had a 10-point lead. They battled back. How much of that experience are you going to need the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's definitely a strength we have, having 4 stars back. We're real experienced. 2 other seniors on the bench, so we really have a good team this year.
Okay, where do you now? You go to Archbishop Wood, then you get back in the league play. Talk to me about the league. It's going to be tough this year, up and down.
Yeah, league's always great. We always have a great showing in the league. A lot of good teams. Abington's going to be good this year. Scranton, Westside, they're all going to be good. So it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Okay, we'll be back here against Abington. That should be a heck of a game, right?
Oh, yeah, they're a good game every year, and they just keep producing players. So it's really great playing.
Okay, good luck. Thanks, Logan. Let's bring in Doug right now. And Doug, some final comments. 10-point lead. Hazleton, boy, you got to give them a lot of respect. They needed a tough game. They got it. And even though they lost, they're going to take something out of it.
Oh, this is a great basketball game. So, you know, it's a shame somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. But, you know, great game from, you know, they came back from 10 down, as you said, fought all the way to the end. They had a chance at the buzzer to win, but 2 of the best teams in the area. It can't get any better than this.
What do you like about Prep going the rest of the way?
I'll tell you what, bringing these guys over, they're 6'4", 6'5". I didn't know they were this tall. I thought that was just their program height, but they're athletic. They play well together. They're deep. They got a lot of good pieces.
So there's this league, a lot of good pieces around the Lackawanna League and around the Wyoming Valley Conference. It should be a great season of high school basketball.
We're off to a good start, I'd say, huh?
Yeah, I'd say absolutely. Well, that's going to do it here. The final score, once again, Scranton Prep pulls out a 1-point victory over Hazleton. Both teams will move on now into their exhibition schedule before league play starts in January. For Doug Walsh, special thanks to Scott Gower here from Scranton Prep and the administration for allowing us to televise tonight's game. For the entire Fox 56 sports crew, this is Bob Hyde saying so long from Scranton.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by Wendy's.